Hi guys, welcome to another Inkscape video tutorial in which we are gonna use Node Tool. And I'm gonna explain you how you can use Node Tool in multiple ways. So once you have created a path, you will often need to edit its shape. The tool for this job is the Node Tool, and with this Node Tool you can make different kind of precise adjustment to your paths with many ways of adding, moving and deleting nodes and node handles. So let's check it out. How does it work? So first of all, right now I have just here two objects, and what I want to do is I want to go into the node tool. So the first thing is how you can go into the node tool is you can go into the node tool here onto the side, and the second one is the node tool. So I can just click into the node tool and I can access node tool. I am pressing escape key on my keyboard just to go out of the node tool. The second way to access node tool is you can just press N key on your keyboard, and look at that, you can again into the node tool. The third way is like you can go into the selector. Right now I am into the selector, and then you can just double click it and then you can be into the node tool again, as you can see. But you need to keep in mind one thing, like you can double click with a selector to any object which has a fill. You can double click into the middle of it and then you would enter into the node tool. But if some object does not have a fill, then you need to precisely click on its path, and then in this way you would be able to access the node tool. Okay, so if I would not go into the node tool, so normally I would see both shapes are pretty similar, just there is a difference in size. But if I'm gonna go into the node tool and then look at that, let's go to first this one. So it seems an ellipse. So there are three nodes. I can just control the ellipse by using these three nodes. Okay, and this one, in this object, this is not ellipse. As you can see, I can just change the shape anywhere, whatever I want. As we already have seen, there are four different nodes. So you can select node like this, and then you can just move, or you can just play with the handles to just modify the shape. Okay, so if you want to access or select multiple nodes at a time, what you can do is you can just hold the shift key and then you can select multiple nodes. And same, if you want to unselect, you can hold the shift key and then you can select or unselect multiple nodes. Hi guys, sorry for distraction, but if you think my videos are helpful and if you are a serious Inkscape learner, then I'm gonna recommend you can go into the description of this video where you would find my course link where I have over 7 hours of Inkscape videos. In every video, I explain each and every individual tool with an example as well. Moreover, if you want to collaborate, if you have some kind of projects or assignment and you want to connect, feel free to contact me with my email, which is also given into the description. Thank you. Okay, so the next thing is I want to turn on the selected path. So in this way, it would be a little more easier to work with these paths. And another thing is I want to turn off the bounded boxes for these nodes. So for that, I just double click onto the selector node, and then I would be into the selector tool, and then here you need to make sure into the preference tool, you need to make sure the pre-object selection queue should be on none. Okay, next what I want to do is like if I want to move, like this is the node which I already selected. If I want to move between the nodes, I can just press the tab key and then I can move between different nodes. Or if I want to select multiple tools at a time, so what I can do is I can just drag my selector box and then I can select multiple nodes at a time. Or if I want to create a node on this path anywhere, so what I can do is I can just double click on the path and it's going to create a node without disturbing the shape. Or if I want to create a node exactly between the center of two nodes, so I can select both nodes and then I can press Shift I on my keyboard. So in this way, I'm going to get another node which is perfectly centered between these two nodes. So by using this command, I can add multiple nodes, as you can see. And if I want to create a node exactly on top of another node, so what I can do is I can just select a node and then I can press Shift D. So in this way I have another node. So you can see this, if I would move one node, and then you can see that node had two handles. So both handles are going to distribute one to each handle. So this new node has one handle and this node has another handle. Okay, so I'm going to go back again, Control Z. Okay, so if I want to delete any node, what I can do is I can select the node and then I can hold the control key and then backspace on my keyboard, and then they are gonna delete the node. But look at that, it just changed the shape of my object, so which is what I don't want. So I'm gonna go back, control Z, and now what I can do is I can select the node and I can just press only backspace. So in this way, what it's gonna do is it's gonna delete the node, but it's gonna extend the handles for other nodes, so they are not gonna disturb the shape of the object. Okay, so if I want to move a node, so what I can do is I can just select a node and I can hold it and drag it anywhere like that. Or what I can do is I can just select the node and then I can play with the arrow keys on my keyboard. So it's gonna nudge this node by the 2 pixel. As you can see, by pressing once, I can move 2 pixels. And if I'm going to hold the shift key as well and then pressing the arrow keys, then it's going to move 10 times. It means 20 pixels at a time, as you can see. So there is one more thing. Or if you want to move precisely to any node, what you can do is you can just put the value of XY into the pixel here onto the top, and then you can just move precisely. Okay, there is one more thing. If you want to move the whole object to somewhere, no matter if you have selected all the nodes, you cannot move any object by selecting the nodes anywhere. So what you need to do is you need to go into the selector tool and then you can drag your object anywhere like that. So in this way, we have seen in this video how we can play with node tool, and we can add, we can move, we can modify our objects, and we can do multiple things. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe to support this channel, where you are gonna find a lot of videos and tutorials. And if you are a serious learner, I am gonna highly recommend you can go into the description of this video and you can find my course link, where I have over 5 hours of videos in which I have explained each and every tool in a very detailed video with an example as well. And if you have some projects or assignments or tasks, feel free to write me on my email, which is also given in the description.